I'm Luther Kruger, Big Blue Sun Museum of Solar Cooking, based out of Minneapolis, and I'm pleased to be here with Jackie Harsha in the Mesa, Arizona area, in Usery. Is that how they pronounce it?
Yeah, Usery.
Usery Mountains Park, Cactus City. Beautiful location to talk about solar cooking. I don't see a cloud in the sky.
No.
Boy, I mean, we have a few of these days here in Minnesota, and I usually just have 3 or 4 questions and totally want to hear your story. And the first one is simply, how did you discover solar energy in any way, shape, or form, and then specifically solar cooking?
Well, I bought a house about 30 years ago, and I got my first electric bill from the air conditioning in the summer. Oh, that was a rude awakening. And so I got online, and I was just doing solar energy, things like that. And so I came across a link for solar cooking, and that did it for me. I found the sun oven, and I ordered one, and I've been a believer ever since.
Sure. That's the workhorse. Yeah.
And it was amazing. The first thing I made when I got the oven was meatloaf.
Okay.
And it was so extraordinarily good. I called my parents, who lived just a few miles away, and I said, "You've got to taste this.
Yes.
This is really something." So I drove it over, and we've been enjoying solar cooking ever since.
Wow. And that was how long ago?
30 years, 31 years.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, 1990-ish.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
So.
Yeah, I've only been at it about 15.
Oh, well, it's no matter when you get into it.
There's no turning back. No turning back.
No.
And you have here the solar household energy hot pot. We talked about this before we got on camera here. This makes a believer out of people who are really concerned about panel cookers and if they have enough power. Tell us about how you got it and what you think about it.
Okay, I have a sun oven, which is a workhorse. But when I got the panel cooker here, I did it just because I was curious about it. And back when I did that, they were pretty affordable. And it was only like $50-$60. So I said, what the heck?
Sure.
And I've been a believer ever since. They are so easy to use. And they do have a little bit of a limited season, because in the winter the sun is so low, you don't capture. But I find that here in Arizona, because our sun really never gets that low, that I can just stick a brick or a rock or something underneath and give it a tilt, and it works great all year long. What some things I really like about it: it's really easy to clean, and number 2, it doesn't take up much space in the house.
Yeah.
And number 3, it cooks so evenly, and number 4, it's set it up and forget it, because the sun oven is a great oven as long as you have a rotator, but I don't have one, so I was going out every half hour to turn it. This one you don't need to turn very often. So
I will put beans in at 9 in the morning and point it toward noon, 9 to 5 just in the same spot, and you get just the softest, best beans ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loaned this to my sister, and she baked a turkey breast in it, and she went out and bought her own.
There we go.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's right.
Yeah.
There you go. And I baked turkey breasts and, hams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're fabulous.
Well, and what I found with some people will actually get sheets of aluminum flashing, just make sure they're flat, and they'll set them up so they're at a little more of an angle in the winter to grab a little more sun.
Idea.
Yeah, I've had the thought of actually pop riveting onto sheets like that, or spectral aluminum. I got some from an aquarium supply shop. These alligator clips that you get for electrical connections.
Oh, sure, yeah.
There's just enough of an angle, so if you'd clip them on here, they would probably be just about the right angle, or you could just bend them a little bit, put 2 of them on there, and maybe add a couple, boost it up a little bit.
That's a great idea.
If needed, yeah. Well, cool. Yeah, and like I mentioned before, I talked to Paul Arvison about the cooker and how it went through the PEP testing process with SCI and so forth. So, no, this is beautiful. I mean, it's like a gem. I mean, like almost like cut like a gem. So.
And look at how sturdy it is. It's probably 25 years old.
Yep.
And even though my sun oven is a little older than that, this doesn't show anywhere whatsoever.
Yep.
And I guard the outer glass pots with my life
Sure.
because they're really the key to the whole thing.
And you got a pumpkin in there, a whole pumpkin.
Yeah.
I do that too with the squashes. What's the squash that's long and then it's kind of a bulb at the end?
Oh, butternut?
Pinkish, yeah. I just put them in because there's almost no seeds. Sometimes there's so little to scoop. I just put it in whole.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Because it has enough moisture and let the sun do all the rest of the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great cooker.
Yeah.
I really, really do hope they bring them back.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Paul was hopeful. Yeah. we were
Yeah.
talking about it. So, did you promote solar cooking around here or involved in any way? Or?
yeah. I started. I was always so gung ho on solar cooking that somebody suggested that I take it on the road, and I did that. And then people started asking me about recipes, and I love to cook. I'm a pretty good cook.
Sure.
And so I thought, well, maybe I should see what's out there for solar cookbooks. And this is like 20 years ago.
Mhm.
And there was nothing out there at that time. There's Eleanor's cookbook,
Yep.
which was all pretty much vegetarian fare. And I thought, well, there might be room in the market for a more eclectic cookbook that included everyday family meals like, beans and weenies and stuff
Sure.
like that. And, even though I myself don't always cook with a recipe, I was able to, pull off enough to assemble a solar cookbook.
Sure.
And so I did.
Yes. I actually interviewed Eleanor.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In Borrego Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess she's 98. And
Uh,
she has a solar urban society sport. She's got a Solivor when Solivor had it. She's got a sport.
Oh,
Yeah.
she does.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she actually has the camp. There's a ranger station in the middle of town. She convinced them to make sure they had a solar cooker out.
Oh,
So
cool.
just before the sunset, we're able to get. She has one of those cookers she put on a garden cart that she would set out every day.
Oh,
But
what a good
it was
idea.
like plywood and so forth, and like I think she said 30 years old and pretty well ready to collapse. She says she doesn't use that anymore. She's got this porch, and so yeah.
And didn't she have one that was built into a wall?
That's Barbara Kerr.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And that's my
yeah.
next stop after
Oh,
this.
no kidding.
Yeah, the Kerr Cole Center.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so-
it's my pilgrimage. 'Cause,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
I really want to do. I was so impressed with that idea. I want to do it myself because I have a west wall,
Yeah.
and there's a window in my bedroom that faces west. And this is Phoenix in the summer in the
Sure.
west. It's hot.
Yeah, yeah.
And it would be a fabulous place to put a solar
yeah.
oven.
Anywhere you can catch 3 or 4 hours of sun. But, yeah.
I worked a lot with Tom Sponheim.
Oh, sure. Yes.
Yeah, and I met he had to come to the Phoenix area for family business, and so we would get together then and talk
Sure.
solar cooking.
Yeah.
That's another reason I got heavily into solar cooking and supporting the SCI because of what they're doing internationally. I mean, all those poor people who have to rely on fires in their huts to cook, that's just dreadful.
Yeah.
So that's another reason I wanted the word to get out so that,
Sure.
if people weren't inclined to solar cook themselves, which they may not be because they're working all day, they could at least, contribute financially to the SCI cause to cut down on greenhouse gases and, improves the lifetime and the life quality of all these people who are cooking with fire. When
Yeah.
I got into solar cooking, there was nobody. I mean, there were
Yeah.
people, but it's nothing like it
Yeah.
is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so how about right now? What's what do you got going? You're cooking most days you can, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
cook all the time in the summer, make
Yeah.
a lot of food, share it with my neighbors. Where I live, we have it's a vegetable market down just a mile away. And they have just the most phenomenal selection of fruit and vegetables, and
Cool.
it's all really, really inexpensive. So we eat, baked potatoes,
Yeah.
baked roast chicken. I mean, anything squash all year long, free. So
great.
it's pretty good. I was going to mention, I did a solar cooking demo in St. George, Utah, with Paul Munson was there with his villager.
Oh, great. Yes.
Oh my God, that was really incredible.
Yeah.
He had it filled with he was baking chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
And it was really something. I mean, it was the hit of the show.
Yeah.
About 10 years ago, I did a solar cooking demo for this thing called Festival in the Pines. It's north of Las Vegas. And one of my friends she's a videographer, and so she taped it for me, and she edited it, and it's really good.
Oh, sure.
It's
Did you
8
have that?
minutes.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I made a copy for you.
Oh, nice. Oh, thank
Right,
you.
and I'd like to kind of segue into
Sure.
it's Mount Charleston. It's about 8,000 feet or so.
Yep.
And it's where all the Las Vegas people go for winter skiing and summer cooling off.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Hi, my name's Jackie, and I'm demonstrating solar cooking in Lee Canyon, Nevada. We're at about 8,200 feet right here, and the sun is shining, and it's a beautiful day. Approximately 4.25 trillion barrels of oil falls on the U.S. every day in the form of sunshine. In climates like this, it makes so much sense to be able to use that sunshine for cooking. The food is delicious. It couldn't be easier. And anybody with a patio or a balcony or a driveway can cook solar. There's almost no stirring involved. The food is delicious. It's inexpensive. You can make anything you want. Meat, potatoes, vegetables, fruits, bread, pizza, cookies, cake. You name it, you can make it. In a minute, we're going to head up the hill and show you some of these solar ovens and all the different things you can do with solar food. We're up close to the sun, and solar cooking is a wonderful way to cook. It uses no resources other than the sunshine.
Great.
Yeah.
I want to learn about it.
Okay, good. Well, there are 3 types of cookers. This is a panel cooker. These are good in late spring, summer, and early fall, but not so much in the winter.
Okay.
Now, this is a box oven, and I have blueberry bread in here.
Okay.
And you can use these year-round.
So it's like an oven?
Yeah, it's just like an oven. And I have blueberry bread in there that's ready to come out.
Okay.
And these reflector panels make it even hotter.
Oh, good.
There's another style of solar cooker called a parabolic, and that is basically a stovetop burner. Blueberry bread. It's in the cookbook Heaven Sent Food. It's a delicious, low-fat, low-sugar, extremely healthy snack or a breakfast food or whenever you want to eat it. Here we're baking apples in the sun oven. This is a delicious, healthy alternative to apple pie. The filling is the very same, minus the pie crust. Apples and most fruits and vegetables cook absolutely deliciously in a solar oven.
Your peppers roast beautifully, and it's effortless. Who wants to stand in the hot summer sun turning peppers to roast them? All we have to do here is simply take them out, let them rest, and the skins will peel right off. We'll take the blueberry bread out. It's ready to sample. We simply remove the reflectors. They fold down. Get this. We'll remove these clips that keep the heat in and the top anchored. And voila! And we have perfectly baked blueberry bread. Check it out. Yeah. Samples over here. And yeah. Yeah, you can't beat it.
Do you use it all year?
All year. Winter, spring, summer, fall.
So
That's
what's it like to do this in the winter?
it's the same, in snowy areas. Actually, these ovens work really well. Because the snow reflects an awful lot of light. Would you like one?
Yes, please.
Do you want some apples as well? You like?
This is so good.
Ah, thank you.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I know. The first meal I ate cooked in my solar oven, I was flabbergasted. I had no idea food could be that good. Just ordinary, simple food. Um, you can take the cheapest cut of meat and it will taste delicious and be tender and juicy.
Great. I don't see why we all don't do this.
Well, I agree. And I'm kind of acting like the Johnny Appleseed of solar cooking here because I really, truly believe so much in it.
So if you do it in the winter,
Apples?
like if this took an hour and a half today, how long would it take in the winter?
About an hour and a half. It doesn't really make it. Temperature doesn't matter. It's the
Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
The sunshine?
It's the sunshine. It's the quality of the sunshine. It's not the temperature outside at all.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, in the snow, you'll get really high temperatures. People in Toronto cook in solar ovens in the wintertime.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they use solar ovens on Mount Everest to cook.
Now we are going to make s'mores in the survival oven. S'mores are absolutely delicious, and it's really fun to watch these bake. So we're putting the cover on, and in about a half an hour we'll have 12 lucky people chomping down on solar baked s'mores. We're ready to take the s'mores out of the oven, so we'll take the reflectors off. And pop the lid. Whoa. Wow, look at that. Okay, here we are. And now we'll put the tops on. And we'll be serving s'mores. Yeah, how are you? Good. You just take them off? Wow, that's great. Yeah, let me.
These are free samples of it.
Yeah, those are free. Right, give me now.
I have to try one of these. Oh my god, these are so delicious.
Oh, good.
Just cooked in heat from the
Yeah, it's the heat from the sun.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Best s'more I ever had. I think I'll have another.
All right.
And it's solar cooked as well.
Yeah, well, I hope you become a solar Well, we're wrapping up our solar cooking demonstration today in Lee Canyon. We'll all have to say it was a tremendous success. We talked to a lot of people. We gave out a lot of handouts. Interest in solar cooking is very high. And we gave out all kinds of delicious food like blueberry coffee cake, we made oatmeal banana bread, we made baked potatoes, and best of all, we made s'mores, and everybody, young and old, absolutely loved them. So all I can say is, when people see solar cooking firsthand, they immediately become very interested in how it can improve their diets, improve their nutrition, and keep that heat out of the house. So it's a wonderful way to learn to cook. In fact, there's very little to learn when solar cooking. So if you have any kind of interest at all in it, go for it. You won't regret it one bit. Thank you.
So now we're facing the sun. This is beautiful. Yeah, now we get to watch the cactus stand guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, great. One quick question before proceeding elsewhere. You do a lot with water issues. Do you
Yeah.
get in front of like city councils, county boards, that kind of stuff, or?
I used to. The one thing I did that I was really that I consider my life's accomplishment is when I first moved to Phoenix from Minnesota, I got a job with a home builder as a market analyst, and as part of that, I had to drive and visit subdivisions all over the place to pick up their brochures and take pictures of what they look like and whatnot. And, you know, coming from Minnesota, I lived in the near the Bemidji area where there are lakes all over the place. It's really green and beautiful. And so I moved down here, and I'm driving around looking at all these new homes subdivisions, and all the model complexes have water fountains and running streams and green grass, and I just said to myself, what are they doing?
Where are they getting it?
Exactly. I said, this is a desert. So I put together a proposal to share with, there's an organization called the Arizona Water Municipal Association, and they're an NGO for water management in Arizona and Maricopa County where we are. And so we took it to them, and they said this is a very good idea, and so they took it to the Maricopa County, who in turn passed zoning ordinances that said you can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then they also limited the amount of lawn that people can have. It's like only 20 square feet or something.
Wow.
Yeah, because I mean, look at Lake Mead and what Las Vegas is going through now.
Yeah.
Imagine if we hadn't put those, you know, zoning ordinances in place even way back then.
Yeah.
It would be even worse.
Yikes.
Yeah, so then the state adopted it, and I was like, yes.
Oh man. See, look, just just bringing the facts forward.
Exactly.
Does,
and I was a nobody, you know. I don't enjoy the political participation. I've done it since, but it's not a hobby.
No, it's not fun. I've testified in front of state and city and county boards about stuff, and you got to be ready, have your stuff,
right,
and hope for the best, and
be committed to it.
Be committed, and when they see that, I think they pay way more attention and are more likely to convince them. So the book again, back to the book.
Okay, so I decided that it was time to do this, and I was talking to one of my Las Vegas friends who said, I know a guy who's an artist and he might be interested in helping you illustrate it. And so she put me in touch with Brad Holt, who lives in Cedar City, Utah, and has since become quite a renowned artist in that area. And it's J. Brad Holt, and he graciously volunteered to do the illustrations pro bono. He was just a delight to work with, and that's one of the high points of the cookbook, I think, is just how well it's illustrated. And then my friend in Las Vegas, who I was talking with, all through the cookbook, she served as kind of an editor, and she kept saying, you need to be more specific about how long it takes. And
Ooh.
I said, well, you really can't do that in solar cooking. I said, it's so many variables. So between the two of us, we came up with that scale, which is, you know, like, you know, it's 1 inch or something, and then it's approximately. So that was a big challenge. It was figuring out how to say, because that's one thing that normal people who are not solar cooks and they're just getting into it, how long is that going to take?
Yep.
You just don't know.
No.
So that was fun. And then as part of completing the cookbook, I went on a book tour, and I sought out, at first, festivals, local festivals, and arts and crafts fairs and municipal events and things like that. So I ended up doing a lot of traveling to these shows and introducing, you know, setting up my solar cooking demonstration. And I had 2 or 3 ovens going at the same time, and then just having a booth, and people would come by and talk, and I would introduce them to all the benefits of solar cooking. And in most places, I was able to give out samples. I did one at Arizona State University that I had to get a food license, a food handler's license to do, and that was really something. So,
wow.
Yeah, that was at one of their early on in the environmental movement in the 90s. ASU started really emphasizing ecology and environmental protection and things like that. So they just took it through, and they had a festival. They had to cancel it because of COVID, but every year they dedicate a festival to sharing what they're doing in this field.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's all state of the art.
Sure.
Like one of their programs is sending their students over to third world countries and showing them how to safely find and purify water in an energy efficient way. So
Wow.
yeah, and I met a lot of different people in a lot of different cities where activities like this are happening at the the grassroots level.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. I found as a demonstrator to the public that the big objection they had was, well, I work all day. This isn't going to benefit me at all. And then the other one was, well, what do you do on cloudy days? And, now you can say, well, on cloudy days, they still sort of work. But, but in third world countries where they just don't have, not even close.
Yeah.
That's that's the work that SCI does that's so important.
Yes. Yeah.
And, it's, when you think about, how would you like to live your life gathering firewood, living in a hut with a smoky fire?
Yeah.
Solar cooking is a absolutely wonderful thing, and it solves so many problems.
Yeah.
Plus, the food is really, really
Oh
good.
yeah. Oh well. What else would you like to talk about connected to solar cooking or anything else?
Well, I think that just about wraps it up for going on record.
Sure. Okay.
So.
No, this is wonderful. I'm so glad we could coordinate.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
great.
It's a great place.
Yep.
Well, would you like a snack or something?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. We will cap it off here. Thanks again.